We have to be able to see things holistically as opposed to individually. Logistics, it takes all of us to run a school system. It takes logistics, it takes facilities, it takes RM, everyone to collectively support the mission of educating our students.
Centralization allows us to cut out the layers. We can go directly to headquarters, to the approving officials in safety and security, and get feedback immediately.
So I like the idea of centralization. I need to be able to report directly to my boss up at higher headquarters, who is a security expert and gets what we're doing and can give me the right direction. But I have to be careful to make sure that I'm still talking to my superintendent, who's intimately involved in what's going on at the school level. She needs to know what's going on in my world.
At each regional area that we'll have, each district level, we have to have interaction with all our folks along the line, because you have to have buy-in from all those folks.
And the whole idea is to get this closer to the schools to be able to support the schools better.
A lot of ways that we're just working within our division. There's not much communication across divisions, and I think centralization is really going to key in on some of those aspects to ensure we're doing things smart, more efficient, and more standardized and streamlined going forward.
Centralization means collaborating between the different functionings, between logistics, RM, security, safety, procurement, all the other functions that are at the district and regional levels, and then bringing it up and down versus just stovepiping it straight up and down and across. Now we're going to have personnel at the district level, both our GPC program coordinators and our contract specialists, who will be able to collaborate directly with the personnel at that level to provide better services for our customers.
The sharing and collaboration is occurring every day. And I don't view myself as, okay, I'll report to this person, so there's not a huge requirement to share or actually get people to include in decisions and information. I communicate and work closely with everybody, whether it's lateral, up or down.
By bringing in all the leaderships from all the functional areas, it affords everyone to be able to think outside of their functional area and see the impacts that you may have in those areas as well as your own, to ensure that the RSA is not just being executed on your functional process, but also those that are being impacted as well in the other areas.
I know that our leadership cares, and they care about our employees. And doing this, it may not be popular in some settings, but ultimately, I think it's going to make sure that we're headed in the right direction.
Management is engaged on all topics with regards to restructuring for student achievement. It might be contrary to popular belief, but they see the big picture. They understand all the difficulties that we're confronted with, the challenges, and they want to get it right. Bottom line, headquarters has your back. They're doing everything within their power to make sure that it's a successful transition and that nothing gets forgotten.
Sometimes when you're away from the headquarters, you don't really know what's going on in the thought process of the leadership, or sometimes they state what their intentions are, but when you're in the actual conference and you're hearing and you're working, collaborating, you understand how serious this is and how much the leadership really truly cares about the people, about the students, and how much they really want to get this right.
Prior to this, there was very little communication going out, so there were a lot of unknowns. As we came in here and you had all the functional areas together, you really truly get that firsthand, direct impact of where we're going, how the function is going to be, and how we're going to be able to make it a success.
This week, I don't want to use the word been sold, but I feel better listening to everything that's going on because it's not being filtered down to the user yet. And I think we're getting to that point now where we feel comfortable with what we're trying to deliver to them, that when they do hear it, that they'll be more impressed with the openness.
They know there's problems out there, they know there's issues out there, and this is really being worked and it's being carefully looked at, and I think we're going in the right direction, and we just have to have confidence in our leadership that this is going to be done in the right way and for the best of all of us.
We have a plan, we are tweaking that plan, and we have a definitive timeline, and more importantly, that the leadership is aware of the challenges associated with it, and regardless of the potential chaos or the frustration or challenges with it, that we're going to get through this, it's going to be okay, and we are going to be a better organization. And again, the whole aspect of this is not to change just for change. The impact is to make sure that we can improve student achievement and make sure that we're doing things efficient, not just for us, but especially down at those schools for those children.